Hello everyone, welcome to our Python from Scratch series. So in the last video, we have covered the functions in Python, and now in this video, we will be covering one of the most important concept in Python, string handling. So strings are one of the most commonly used data types in Python. They are basically a sequence of characters that are those are enclosed in single quotes, double quotes, and triple quotes. And triple quote is used for multi-line strings. Okay, so first we will discuss how we can create strings. First, we will understand with single quote. Okay, so this is the one of the way to define a string. Okay, and this is the another way of creating string. Yeah. So these are the three types how we can define strings. So it will all print hello, it will print hello too, and it will print our string. But we can print the multiple lines using the three quotes. Okay, so let me execute them one by one. First, I will execute this. Okay, so now let me print them one by one. String 1, let me copy and paste it. String 2, and then string 3. Okay, so what first one prints hello, second one prints hello 2, and the third one prints hello first line and second line. Now comes the string indexing and slicing. Okay, now I've taken one simple example where I have created my string text is equals to in which I have assigned Python. Now I'm just want to do the indexing. Okay, I want to get the element from the 0 index and I want to get the element from -1 index. Okay, so 0 index is very clear here because the Python indexing start from 0. So this one is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so if you get print text from 0 index, it will give you P. But if you do print text from -1 index, then what it will give you? It will provide you N. Okay, so the negative indexing will start from back side. Okay, so the -1 is N, then -2 Z O, and -3 H, and so on. Okay, so let's print it. So yeah, the first one gives you P, which is at the 0 index, and for -2 it gives us N. Okay, if I change it to -2, then it will provide me O, right? Now slicing, how we can extract a certain part of a string. Okay, so for that I have taken these example. So for the first one, I have this string Python that I have taken. Okay, and I'm printing text from 0 to 3. So this is the start index and this is the end index. So when this prints, it basically ignores the end index. So it will basically print from 0, 1 and 2. The words which are present at 0 index, 1 index and 2 index. It will ignore the third one. Okay, the AND index it will ignore. Okay, and for this case, if I print text to basically I'm defining the start index, but I'm not defining the AND index. So it will take the infinite as the AND index. So in this case, what it will do is 2 is 0, 1, 2. So it will start from T, T H O N. So AND index is infinite, so it will take till end, T H O N. Okay, now comes the third one, text with starting index as none and then AND index as 4. So when the starting index is none, it will take by default 0. Okay, and AND index is 4. So it will start from 0, P, Y, T, H, O. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it will ignore fourth index. Okay, this is the AND index, fourth. So the AND index is always ignored. Okay, so it will provide us P, Y, T, H. Okay. And the last one is print text with start index, end index, and the third comes is the step. Okay, so step is how many words that you want to skip within your string. So for example, if I'm in this case, my start index is empty, so it will take 0 by default. My end index is also empty, it will take infinite. Okay, so basically it's considering the whole string, and my step is 2. So basically what it will be doing is, it will be skipping every second word in the string. Okay, so in this example, it will print P, it will skip Y, then T, it will skip H, then O, and then it will skip M. So let me print it. C. So let's understand the first one. Text 0 to 3. Okay, so it started from 0, 1, 2, 3. It skipped from H, so it printed PYT. Okay, so the next one is text 2. Start index is 2, but end index is none. So it will take infinite. So from 2, 0, 1, 2, it will take THON. So that is thon. Okay, now start index here is none, and the end index is 4. So it will start from 0 till 3. It will ignore the end index 4. So 0, 1, 2, 3. It will ignore from 4th. So it will print PYTH. That's it. Okay. And the last one is start index none, end index none, but we have step. So start index will be 0 by default, end index will be infinite by default, and then it will skip every second element. The step is 2, so it will skip every second element. So it will print P, skip Y, then T, skip H, then print O, and then N. Okay, now comes the string concatenation and repetition. So I've taken in this simple example where I've taken two strings, hello and world. Now concatenation is when we add two different strings. So in this example, I am adding string 1 hello with world. So how we do that? We take string 1 and then we use plus, and then we use the empty string to provide basic spacing between them. If we do not want any spacing, we can remove it. Okay, then again a plus symbol to add another variable. So basically we will be adding these two variables, and once they are combined, we want them as a string. Okay, so this way we can concatenate them, and when we will print it, it will give us hello space world. Okay, and the repetition is when we want to repeat certain portion of string again and again, or certain string again and again. Okay, so for that, like I've taken string 1 hello, and I'm using asterisk in which will be a multiplication symbol here, which will treat as a multiplication symbol here, and into 3. So it will print a string 1 3 times. Okay, so let me execute it. So the first one execute as hello space world, and the second one executes as hello hello hello. Okay, you can repeat it any number of times. Checking string length. Now, in this similar example, we can also use a method that is present for strings to check its length. Okay, so let me take one more code. So in this example, I have this string as str1 hello. If I want to check the length of this str1, so what I will do is, I will just let me just directly print it, and we will use the method len, and then we will provide, sorry, will provide our string inside it, str1. So it will provide me 5. Okay, if my string is very long, sorry, hello world, and then if I execute it, it will provide me 11. Now comes the string membership. Okay, so how we check if a certain string piece of string is present inside a string or not. Okay, so if I want to check if hello is present inside this complete string hello Python, or if I want to just check if pyt is present inside this string or not, if Python is present inside this complete string or not. Okay, so how we do that? We use this membership way. Okay, so if I want to check if Python is present in this string or not, so what we use in for that. Okay, so we will define our string that we want to check if present or not in, and then text. Text is the complete string that we will be checking in. Okay, so in this case, it will check inside text. So set text is hello Python. So it will provide you true. So it always return Boolean. Okay, either it will return false or it will return true. Okay, now I'm checking Java not in text. Okay, so you can also check it for not conditions. Okay, so it will return us also true because Java is not present here. So for both, it will return true. See, correct? Now, if I replace Python with test, so first one will return false and second one will return true. Okay. Now let's discuss about the string methods. So first methods, like set of method that we have for case conversion. So I've taken these examples for the case conversion. So I've taken this string as Python. So the first method is upper, which will basically change the casing for this string, and it will make it uppercase completely. Okay, and this one will change the casing to lower, and this will do the capitalize. Capitalize means it will just make the first letter of this string as capital. And text dot title, it what it will do if I have multiple things. Python is a programming language. Okay, so what it will do, it will change the first letter of each word in capital. Okay, and the swap case, what swap case does, swap case will change the casing. Basically, if it's a small case, it will change it to a uppercase, and if it is uppercase, it will change to a lowercase. Okay, so let me execute it. Okay, so text dot upper made it uppercase, and then text dot lower made it lowercase, and then text dot capitalize, what it does is it just made the first word as capital. Okay, now text dot title, what text dot title does, it made the first letter of each word as capital. Okay, now text dot swap case, what it does is it change the casing from lowercase to uppercase, and if it is a uppercase, it will change it to lowercase. Okay, so the next one is stripping in strings. So we can strip this string as well. Like if we have spaces within our strings, like either on the starting of the string or either in this ending of the string. So it can we have a method called strip which can remove these spaces. Okay, so the default method is text.strip, which will remove completely from front, from back, both. Okay, now we have else strip also. In some cases, we just want that for our particular string, we just want the left side of stripping. Okay, so if there are spaces at the beginning of the string, then only it will replace the spaces in the beginning. If we want the R string, so it will remove the spaces from right hand side. Okay, so it will remove the spaces from here. Okay, so let me so in this case it removes spaces from both sides. In this case it removes spaces from this front side, hello, and we will be having spaces here. You can see we have spaces here. If I hover over it, it has spaces here. Okay, and in this case the R strip, it remove the spaces from end, but the space is still there on the left side. Now we can also replace the words in a string. We can find a particular word in a string. How we can do that? In this string, like we have a method called find to find a particular string inside a string. Okay, so we have to find Python. So what we'll do, text.find, and that string or word that we want to find. Okay, and similarly text.replace. The first one is with which word we want to replace. We want to replace with Python, and what we want to put there instead of Python is this second one. Okay, so that is how this works. So the first one is text.find, gives us the index where exactly this Python word started. Okay, now it is giving us 7, so that is 0, 1 space 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 space and 7. So from 7 is Python starting. So it returned us the starting index of it. And the replace function just replace the Python with Java. Okay, so now we will see most used way of string formatting after the Python 3.6. Okay, so I've taken this example string Amit and with age 25. Okay, I have two variables here, name and age. Okay, so one is of string type, one is of number type. Okay, now from Python 3.6 onwards, we have the f strings that we majorly use for formatting our string in a single line. Okay, so what we can do in this same print, what we can use variables as well as string, and how we can achieve that? We can achieve that by using the f string. So when we print any string, or we provide any string, or we store any string which contains variable dynamically, so we add f in the beginning for formatting. Okay, f string, and then our string my name is, and then variable, the variable name that we have, like we have name and I am age years old. So it will pick name and age value and it will print. Okay, and we were also using the formatting way, normal formatting way. So what we can use is we can provide print my name is, and we can provide a empty bracket and I am empty bracket years old, and then dot format method that we have present for string. So what it takes is, it takes the variables that we have. So by default, you will have to be very careful by us while providing the values variables inside this format method. So the way you will provide, or the order you will provide, it will dynamically populate the values here. So for this, it will populate name at the first place and age at the second place. If we have 3 or 4 empty brackets here, so you will provide 3, third and fourth accordingly, wherever you want the order. If you do not want to mess up with the order, so what you can do is you can provide the index, which index param you want to place inside these dynamic brackets. Okay, so for example, if I am providing age at the 0 index and the name at the first index here, so it will populate, I have to provide the index here. So I am providing 0 here, 1 here, so it will pick 0, that is age, and it will pick 1, which is name. So let me execute it. So the first one, the default string, f string, that we are most majorly using for rendering our variables with these strings. So it printed the output correctly. My name is Amit and I'm 25 years old. The second one, using the formatting, it will pick the default way, that is name and age. So it is picking Amit and 25 years old. And the indexing way, it is picking the 0 here and the name, which is what first index here. Okay, so if I give wrong here, which is the normal formatting, and age here, so you will see how it will mess up. So you can see my name is 25 and I am Amit year old. So it is messing up with the output. So to overcome that, you can use the indexing way to properly assign the variables. So the next one is the raw string. Okay, so it is similar to the f string. So instead of f, we use r here. So but we use this raw string where we want to print our string as it is. Okay, so now you can see we have this path here which contains some special characters as well, and we do not want these special characters to be removed. I want this string to be print as it is. Okay, so for that we majorly use the r string, that is raw string. So if I print it, so it is just printing everything as is. Now the next one is reversing a string. So how we can reverse a string in the Python? So we have very simple approach that we have in Python. So we have used the indexing way. So the first one is start index, then end index, and this step. Okay, so for reversing this string, we use the similar way. We provide start and end index as none. Okay, so it takes the complete string, and then we provide step as minus. So we are asking it to just move in the backward direction, starting from backside one step. We want to move it and print our values. Okay, so what it will do, it will start from back, NOHTPY. Okay, now comes the string comparison. So we can also compare our strings. So in this example, we have apple. We are comparing it with another apple. If apple is equals to apple or not, it will provide you true. That is straightforward. But we can also do the conditional checks as well. We can compare with the some conditions as well. If apple is less than banana, okay, so now in this case, what output you expect if apple is less than banana or not? So basically it will print true. Why? It follows the lexicographical order. Lexicographical order that we have inside in our dictionaries. So you know that when we read the words inside dictionary, first comes the A, then take priority, then B take priority, then C, then D, then E. Okay. So in this order, the A comes, the first word A is already which comes before B. Okay. So this take the precedence. So the apple will come first and the banana second. So let me print it. The first one is providing us true and second one is also providing us true. In this case, if I change banana here and I provide apple here, so it will now provide us false, because now banana is not lesser than apple. Basically, banana will not come first. Okay. So these were all the methods that you will be majorly dealing with. There are many other methods as well that you can try on for sure. And let me know in comment section if you face any issue with any of the method and you want to understand anything more on detail. Okay, so basically in Python, string are very versatile and powerful. You can perform slicing, formatting, searching, replacing, and many more things with the inbuilt method that Python provides you by default. Now see you in the next video, where now we will be moving towards the advanced Python concepts. Thank you.